Well, the Barrhaven Food Cupboard is a food bank. It's unique to Barrhaven. We have a catchment area that extends from 416 to the river, Rideau River, and sort of Fallowfield south to Barnsdale. So it's a contained area for Barrhaven, but of course it's growing quite a bit in the last few years. My involvement has been on the board of the Barrhaven Food Cupboard. Currently, I'm serving as past president of the Barrhaven Food Cupboard. In Ottawa, the Ottawa Food Bank is the central clearinghouse, if you will, for food for about 22 food banks. And we have not been affiliated with the Ottawa Food Bank in the past because we want to maintain our independence here in Barrhaven. That's going to change. We've given an expression of interest to join the Ottawa Food Bank network. And that would allow us to share best practices with other food banks, to network with them, to meet on a regular basis with the Ottawa Food Bank sort of running the show. But it also protects our independence. So food gathered in Barrhaven will be used in Barrhaven. Money gathered in Barrhaven will be spent in Barrhaven as it has been in the past. And the important thing for us is that the selling thing for the Barrhaven Food Cupboard is that we are for Barrhaven and we're an all volunteer organization. So we don't have anybody that's paid. So if you give us $1, 90 cents or more of that goes directly to spend on food to give to our clients. This is a pretty central location to what people will probably call Old Barrhaven. It's not ideal compared to some of the expansion that we're seeing to the south and to the west, but it's still pretty convenient for most people. It has a bus route. Everybody knows where the Walter Baker Center is, and they can find us relatively easy. So cool. It works all right. The important thing is that the facility is at ground level, so we can take deliveries and have people come in and take their food orders out without having to go up and down stairs or an elevator and so on. And it's large enough to accommodate a store and a sorting and inventory area as well. The demand increased a bit, sort of 8 to 10% for a while during the pandemic. But the most significant impact for us was the fact that food donations went way down because schools were not having in-person classes for the most part. There was some question early on about whether it was spreading the pandemic to actually touch groceries and to exchange them, so we had to close down our grocery store collection bins. And also our volunteers, for when we did give orders, had to be masked and maintain distancing and so on, and there was a question of hand sanity and so on, but we got over that after a while. But throughout the pandemic, the main impact to us was that we were buying more food because we were getting fewer donations. We get about 10,000 kilograms from the schools every year, and that hasn't changed a lot now that the pandemic is over. I don't know what proportion that is of our total amount, but it's certainly less than it used to be because we're buying more and more food. The cost of food in the grocery stores obviously is higher. The inflation rate is still higher than it should be or would we want it to be. And the number of people that are living on the edge, that are having difficulty making ends meet for their rent and whatever else they have to pay for, means that we're seeing an increase in demand. This year, so far, the increase from 2022 is 63%. Last year, from 2021 to 2022, it was 48%. So we're operating now at twice the capacity and a bit more than we were 2 years ago. But the reality is that we've seen inflation for almost everything. Increases in rent, increases in gasoline costs. I mean, once a family pays those things that are essential, food maybe become a little less essential, and they have the outlet to be able to come to us. So they do, and we continue to try to give them as much food as we can to serve them about a week each 30 days. So people don't come and get all their food from us. They get a supplement of food from us. They can make an appointment to come and get a food order every 30 days, and we give them food for about a week, depending on the size of their family. We have a website, barrhavenfoodcupboard.ca, and people are welcome to learn about us from the website and learn about donating and learn about volunteering there as well. Because of the increased demand and the hours that we are now staying open, we've increased the number of volunteers we have almost by twice, from 80 last year to 140 this year. And we have a number of people actually in a queue or a waiting line to be volunteers. The issue is not so much that we don't have enough volunteers, but that we have to get volunteers that fill specific jobs. So if you don't have a car, or you can't lift things, or you're not available on certain days, then your opportunity to volunteer is limited. And we have a lot of students that come to us wanting to volunteer, but that really doesn't work out very well, because anybody under 18 should really be supervised in here. And what we need is people to come in every Thursday for 3 hours, or to make deliveries on Friday afternoons, or to pick up stuff from grocery stores, twice a week. So that doesn't fit with a student's volunteer requirements very well, even though we do have some projects and some specific things like the Santa Claus Parade, which is coming up, that students can participate in.